Hello golfers, Jess Frank coming to you from the Jess Frank Golf Academy YouTube channel here at the beautiful Deer Creek Golf Club. And today, how to permanently get rid of your slice. If you're a right-handed golfer and you're slicing that ball way off to the right, what do you do to change? And here's a few steps to change your ball flight. The first thing I always look at when somebody's slicing is their club face, okay? So when they swing the club, is the club face square to the shaft? Is it close to the shaft? Is it more close to the shaft? Or is it the other way? Is the toe behind the heel? Is it open to the shaft? So that's the first thing that I look at when someone is slicing. And then I go back from there. Is their grip faulty? Is their setup faulty? So there's things that I look at throughout a golf lesson that can cause the slice. And so if I'm looking at somebody's swing and they have a pretty functional grip and their setup's okay, they're not aimed way to the left, the setup isn't where their right arm is way higher than their left, that it's more underneath. You know, usually all that stuff plays into all that for somebody who's slicing. But the main thing that I look at, again, is the club face. So I like to adjust the club face first, and fixing the slice, that's super important. So I'll look at the face. I'll say, okay, the grip looks okay, setup looks okay. Now let's look at the face of the club as it swings around their body. Does it start to open in the backswing? Okay, you can see how that toe of the club is hanging straight down, even a little bit behind the shaft. All right, so is the face closed to the shaft? All right, so this is what we're gonna focus on, how the face is closed to the shaft. Because if I'm able to keep the face closed to the shaft, swing around my body, and keep the face closed to the shaft, that ball should never slice. It should never slice into the trees on the right or the water. So that's super important. Just knowing that alone is going to be very helpful. Knowing where the face is according to the shaft. Now with the driver is a little more tricky. People have a tendency to slice with the driver because they're swinging really fast. The face is less offset in the driver. So you really have to focus that. But today we're just going to focus on the irons and just let you know that this is where you can correct it pretty quickly. So I always start, as you know, if you watch all my videos, I talk about small swings. So we're going to make sure that in the beginning here, we're just going to make some small swings and take the club back and make sure that where the club is parallel to the ground, the shaft's parallel to the ground, or P2, okay, that the face is coordinated with the shaft. It's not going to be open to the shaft. The head is going to be square to the shaft or close to the shaft. It's not going to be open to the shaft. So you can see the differences in the club head there. So if we can do that back and forth a few times, where we get that feel of keeping the face closed to the shaft, that's going to be tremendously important for you. So we're going to do that a bunch of times. We're just going to take small swings, coordinate the face closing to the shaft, and a little bit of an arc swing. So I'm going to go ahead and take a ball, and I'm going to chip one here. That's going to feel the face close to the shaft. So that ball went really straight there, had no slice to it. So that was really good. That was a nice small chip shot. I wasn't cutting across the ball. I wasn't trying to help the ball up. I was just making this little swing back and forth of this little motion here. So like about shaft parallel to the ground, shaft parallel to the ground. So P2 to P8, little swings. And what you can start to do is you can start to feel how your wrists control the club face. Okay, as I come through the ball, that club face is not opening, okay, or becoming a butter knife across the ball. It's swinging on an arc with the face closed to the shaft. So we start with these little swings first, just kind of getting feel. And this is good too. You can hold the club right up in front of you and just kind of feel how, all right, well, I can see that now. When I swing through, the face is not opening, and my wrists aren't moving in a kind of like a, let's see, clockwise direction, where if my hands move in a clockwise direction, you can see where the face opens. So that goes to wrist conditions, that goes to where your hands and forearms are working on the club. So I'm keeping that pretty stable around my body. So Again, if I just start with the little shot, again, face close to the shaft, that ball is going to draw every time. So it's something that it takes a little technical discipline, a little technique for you to kind of master that, where when you're swinging, that club face is not opening. And so that's why I always say start with the little shots, start without a ball, start even without a club. Put your hands out here, swing back and swing through, and you can see when I come through the ball, my right hand is over my left, my right arm is over my left. Most slicers I see do it the opposite way. Their right hand is underneath, their left wrist is bent, their left elbow is bent, and they keep the face open. So this is something that can really help you. Normally, when people are swinging and they're slicing, they're also swinging across the ball to the left. So it's that butter knife feeling, so face open, swinging across to the left. Okay, so the path is really going to put the curve on the ball. So now what happens, most people go through this when they try to stop slicing, is that now they're educating their hands, they're getting their face close to the shaft, and then what happens is that they start pulling the ball, because now they're swinging left with a closed face, okay? And then we can start to work on how the path works and get into the path aspect of it. But really simple understanding how the shaft, or how the club face, club head stays closed to the shaft is going to be very helpful. And I think once you do this, if you hold the club up in front of you and you swing around your body, keeping the face closed to the shaft, you'll start to feel how your wrist and arms work, okay? You'll feel how this club is swinging around your body, not up and down, not steep with the face open, but around your body, swinging out to the right a little bit, into out, and the face closes the shaft. So then all of a sudden, now you've created a path and a face that's going to produce more of a drawing golf ball, okay? And that's going to be very helpful. And most people need to exaggerate this. You know, it's hard to go from slicing to hooking right away, because most golfers who go back on the golf course, you know, have a tendency to slide back to their old habits, you know, comfort zone. So you have to kind of work this in, take your time. Like I said, just feeling that little motion up the top here, back and forth. Okay, so you can see that. And then from here, go ahead and hit another shot. And that ball definitely did draw. So I don't have any characteristics of a slicing golf ball. My club is swinging around my body, the face is closed to the shaft, and you're going to be able to hit the ball, bring the golf club on a really good angle here with the club head behind my body. So you can see how far that club head's behind my body. The club shaft isn't over my head. It's actually kind of on my forearm or on my bicep here as I swing back down. That's going to be very, very helpful for you to hit good shots. So go ahead and try that again. Go ahead, set up to it, feel that same motion back and forth, and then go ahead and hit the shot. And that ball draws every time. So you really want to be able to kind of get that in your arsenal with the little shots. Again, I'm hitting a 7-iron, you get an 8-iron, 9-iron, whatever you want to do. You can also look at the club head here, and you can see the offset in the face to the shaft, okay? That's why the offset's in there. So the offset's built for you to hit the draw. The club is already built for the club to swing around your body with the face closed to the shaft, which is going to allow you to hit the draw and stop slicing. So that's really how you stop slicing. You don't need to turn your hands. You do not need to flick your hands like this. That only increases the path to the left, okay? When you're even closing the face, but basically you're swinging the club too far to the left. So there's all kinds of things. So this is really a simple way of how to fix a slice. Very simple, easy way to do it. Just keep doing this back and forth. That's great, I think, for your whole game too. Good for your wedges, good for your chipping, all that stuff. So for sure, keep practicing. Let me know. Go ahead, if you really enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel. Please leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know how you enjoyed it. Again, apologize for the sound on a couple of the previous videos, but I think I got it fixed, and we'll keep working on it. Have a great day. Take care.